Yeah. So let's start. Let me share my screen. So guys, are you able to see my screen? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start from beginning again. First part was installation. In installation, I said that two things that you need. One is the basic thing that you need is ID. ID means integrated development environment, like Dreamweaver or like WebStorm or Visual Studio Code, anything that you want. But I mostly prefer Visual Studio Code, which is really awesome ID. So simply copy this keyword and open your browser, paste it over here. Oh my God, let me remove annotation. Okay, let me check one more time. Yeah, it's given. So open first link, and here you will find the download link. Just you have to download. Guys, while installing Visual Code, Visual Studio Code installation steps, while doing this installation, just remember here you will ask some additional options. Just don't forget to make check all this checkbox, please, because this is very much required. uh, like uh, like if you want to open this folder in Visual Code, you can simply right click and say open with Visual Code. If you forget to doing this, then all the time you have to open Visual Code, then select that folder. That is a bit hectic, right? So this is first thing that I already told you. Go for the Visual Studio Code, download it, install it, and that's it. The second thing, if you already installed and you forget to do that task, just uninstall your Visual Studio Code and install it again. That's it. Then second thing that you need is npm. Npm means Node Package Manager or Node. That is required. That is required in every JavaScript framework like Angular, React, Vue, any whatever framework you are doing, like even Node.js, also Express.js. Every time you need this npm or Node.js. Npm is not right word. Right word is Node. So just go here and type Node.js. Here is official site Node.js. So simply download this recommended version, and that's it. For this installation is very quite easy and simple. So once you have npm installed in your system, oh god, Node.js. Once you have installed Node.js in your system and you have proper ID, and then you can start development using React. So what is React? What I said, just for first few days refer W3 schools, uh, and just type here React introduction. You will find this documentation is really very good, official React.js documentation. So for after a few days, I will move to this documentation. Actually, this is official documentation, but for beginners, just like hang out with W3 schools. Just start with W3 schools. So I already explained you that React.js is efficient, flexible JavaScript framework, and it is used to build UI, web page, web apps. This is the purpose of React.js. Then how does React works? So if you got this kind of question in your interview, just remember to focus on this word, virtual DOM. What is difference between virtual DOM and browser DOM? Browser DOM is actual DOM. This means this is H1 in your web page, which is visible in your browser in your page, right? But what React does, React creates every DOM in creates a virtual DOM in the memory. So in case if there is some kind of manipulation like show, hide, or append, any operation happens with a DOM, it does it into the virtual DOM and then it render it into the actual browser DOM. So uh, it is quite efficient as compared to doing this kind of operation directly on browser DOM. So that's why virtual DOM is quite efficient. I will also explain you how it works. Just give me some time, like when we will perform like API work, add, update, delete operation. At that time, I will I will explain you how it works. Then here is React.js history. Just go through it. I don't think so. You will get this kind of questions in interview. So I usually avoid to read this kind of stuff. But this need to be, you must need to be know about the React.js. So awesome. So we already know what is React, how it works. So second menu is getting started. The use, how to use React. So I already explained you like so just skip this part. There is an example. Uh, Here is basic example. What is ES6? I already explained you what is ES5, ES6 in my previous sessions. So where I took JavaScript sessions at that time, and this is very much required for advanced frameworks, guys. So if you don't know ES6, ES5, then please go through those classroom sessions, and please skip this part. As of now, we don't need this part. So start from here, setting up a React environment. So what I'm going to do, React, my God, why? Okay, setting up React session. So I already explained what is meant by this command, right? Let me revise this topic, this command one more time. So npm means node package manager. There are large set of npm npm packages, npm package available in npm.js, this site, npm.js. So why most of the companies or most of the developer they are preferring this kind of framework? You know why? Because this framework supports like rich set of predefined libraries. I told you like email, send email is one of example. But let's say if I want to do some payment like PayPal payment, so what I will do, I will simply search uh, PayPal integration, and here you will find the packages, PayPal integration, NGX PayPal. NGX means Angular. Here you can find the tags. Here it is clearly mentioned for Angular, right? So I will go for this. So, okay, this is not right link. Minicard, way to improve PayPal shopping cart. Okay, let's open this. So this is an example. Just you have to use this file. Otherwise, you have to install this npm install minicart, and there is function reset, render means to show, advanced API. Like everything is available here. Predefined function. Just you have to use those functions. No need to write that code from crash. So this is the better part of npm.js. So what we got? We got this command npm install. This is fixed. Or we can in short say npm I. I means install. So let's use right word install as of now. So most of the time you will not get this parameter happen g. So if you get this parameter in your command, this means this command is global. You have to execute this command only once, not every time. So I already executed this command yesterday, so I'm not going to execute it by today. And this is your package name, create react app. If you want to go for this package, just open your npm.js, search here, and here is your package, create react app. That's it. So here is getting started, user guide, everything is available over here. And yeah, and you can also check like number of downloads. Yeah, it is having good downloads, weekly downloads, and versions, issues. So yeah, I will cover this everything from here. But yeah, this is npm.js package. So let's copy this command from here and open your terminal. If if your command contains this global as argument, you can execute this command anywhere from any folder, any directory. But if it is without -g, just keep in your mind you have to execute it into the your root folder, project folder, inside your project folder. So let me go to D drive. Inside that, I think my folder name is React app. Oh, sorry, cd React app. Already explain you D colon to switch from one drive to another drive. Cd React app, go inside that folder. So here is my first app, and I can execute that command over here. I already installed this command, but let's run it one more time. The next part is to create app. So for that, npx, not npm, this time npx extended. Create React app and your project name, whatever you want. So let me try this. Npx create, sorry. Create React app, welcome app. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, I'm going to explain you a few more things. So it will take some time. So let's go to the page simultaneously. So once this command is done with its execution, there will be one more directory, cd. Now our project name is welcome app. So here it will be cd welcome app. And to start your development environment, you have to run this command npm start. Then you can access your website through this localhost colon 3000. 3000 is basically port number. And here is your first page like this. So what they said that you can modify your React app. So mostly they prefer to start with app.js. This is your first page. This is some HTML stuff over here. Here is your import. So if you see, you can import CSS directly like this, import app.css, because there is no export default. Again, same thing for logo.svg. Why we are importing that svg file into one object, object, because if you want to show that logo somewhere in your page, you can access that object name directly over here, like image src and that name. Yeah, even you can directly use that svg file name, but it's better to have, no, for svg you have to do in the same way, but for images you can go in a different way. So here is your link, and here if you see, this is completely similar to your CSS, but few things are different, like img src alt is same, but here instead of class they are using class name, right? So keep in your mind, instead of class just use class names. Okay, still it is running. I think it's almost done. So if you see here, there is one last statement. In in each component there must be like this statement, export default app. So we can access this component as an app in some other places like index.js. So here is one example. This is a class-based component. Class app extend component, then render must return some HTML stuff. Same way, and then export default app. That is also fine. Here there are two packages. Just ignore these packages as of now. This is JSX component, JSX element, and we can simply render that component inside the specific what we can call div, span, any DOM object. So I think it's done. So once your app is done, you can execute dir. Here is your application welcome app. If you see this command, npm start to start your development server, npm run build to build your project to deployment. Suppose if you are building some applications for your client, and once your application is done, so you need to give some deployment, make it live. So at that time you have to execute this command. But we suggest you that you to begin it typing like this: cd, go inside that folder, then npm start. Yep, let's go. Cd welcome app, and then say, before starting my development environment, let me open this folder in my Visual Code, I already explained you what it mean by dot, what it mean by double dot. This is basically inode. If you know Unix or Linux, then this is basically inode. Inode means dot means current directory. So this is our project. Here is your project files explorer, and here is your coding environment. Quite easy. Then second thing that I'm going to start my development environment and start. Awesome. So that's it. This is what I explained you yesterday, and let's proceed for the next topic. So this is your project. I already explained you, just focus to this file, src folder, sorry, just focus to this folder. We are not going to access anything outside from this folder. We have to keep everything inside this src. Awesome. And I will explain you everything from here, like what is meant by this readme, what is package, what is public. So no worry, just go inside the src. So make it quite simple. Here is your project, first project. So make it simple. Let's remove this app.css file from here. Oh, sorry guys. I think I by mistake I remove my complete folder. Yeah, here it is. Again, just remove this app.css from here. Again, this test file. Again, this index.css, just remove it. And this logo also, please remove this logo. Just make our project smaller. Awesome. So if you go to your browser, you will see some error, failed to compile, because logo is not available, app.css is not available. So let's go inside your index.js, remove this index.css from here. Perfect. Save your project, app.js, remove these two files from here. I don't want this stuff. And also remove everything from here. Okay, save. So this is perfect. Okay, guys, diff empty diff. So this is your first page, which is completely empty, right? So let's try to build some nice web application without link, without routing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create my folder. Here I'm going to mention assets. Okay. Before that, I'm going to create one more file with the name app.css. Here I will mention my all the CSS, and I will link this file with this app. We can do this. So for that, say import in file dot means current directory, double dot means parent directory, one more parent directory, quite easy. So let's say current directory. In that, I want app.css file. Simple. Just import it and leave it as it is. sorry. So here is my app. Then create one more. Let's say page. What I want to create few files. Let's say header.js. Then I want new file footer.js. Again, I want one more file with name menu.js. Perfect. And one more folder, let's say instead of page, rename it to the word common. And create one more folder with name pages. And here is my new file with name home.js. So let's go through this. In common, we have header, footer, and menu. In pages, we have home. Again, we have, let's say, product.js, multiple components. And here is our app. So everything is empty as of now. So let's save everything, close all, and let's begin with one by one. Let's go to header. So say here function with the same name as your file name to avoid confusion. Say return in bracket, it must return some HTML stuff. So let's say div class is equal to what? Header, but what I did wrong, instead of class, I have to say class name and say h1 and give some name over there. That's it, your component is ready. And as I said, mention here export default and your page name header. That's it. Copy, paste to the footer, save to the menu, save. Let's change this name, save footer, same name over here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to explain you some more trick. Here say all rights reserved by STUs 2021. Okay. Perfect, no problem. So if I want to change this name and sorry, I can do this. I forget to do this. Okay guys, I forget actually how I do this, but let's say menu, again here's a menu, and again here's a menu. So this is basically CSS class, header, footer, and menu. What I want some menus here. Let's say a href instead of any link like this, say hash for temporary, and say home, copy paste multiple times. Let's say product, service, download, and last say contact. So done. We have perfect header, perfect footer, and at the end, at last, we have menu. So in this way, header, menu, and footer. So let's import this file into the what we can say app.js. For that, first, let's say import header from sorry guys. So from here, I'm going to say root. In that command, in that I want header. Copy paste, then say footer, then say menu. I can say footer, then say menu. Awesome. Let's refresh our page. You will find nothing over here. So inside div, let me call that header as HTML tag, and here we got our header, menu, and footer. Menu, and at the end, what we want, footer. Awesome. But in between that, I want my page to be shown here, like home. So copy and paste it over here. Say home is my component, and here I'm going to say h3 homepage, and I want some dummy text. For that, I already explained you use lorem, type lorem. Okay, this is basically JavaScript, no problem. You can do simply say lorem libsum, or libsum is the site actually. Remember this site, libsum. Go and generate some dummy paragraphs, 12 paragraphs. Generate, copy any paragraph from here, random paragraph, and paste it over here. I want this paragraph. Again, I want one more paragraph from here. Yeah, awesome. So we have one more component with name home, with heading, and two paragraphs. So let's go jump into our app folder and say home. But what we did wrong, here we have to say import home from /pages/home. Perfect. So let's go to our page. Here is our header. Here is our menu. Here is our homepage content, and at the end we have footer. So now it's time to make it more beautiful, more attractive. So let's go for the app.css. So what I'm going to do here, let's say I want to apply something over header. Simple property, let's say text line is equal to center. Topic is here, it is on center. Our header is done. Header is closing. Last name is equal to header. What I did wrong. Dot header text line is equal to center. Why? Okay. My mistake is that I think in home I said header instead of header say content. Now topic. So header is inside center. Okay, why don't we apply the same property for header and footer, right? So let's go here and say dot header comma dot footer. Perfect. So header and footer inside center. So let's go for menu. Some random background color. Let's say this color. Here we got that color. Then I want some padding from inside, padding from all sides. Let's say 10 pixel. Yeah, awesome. So I'm going to change this color just over the mouse, and I like this sky blue. Perfect. Here we have that blue color. But if you see this menu items are not that attractive. So let's say inside a menu there is an HTML tag A. Inside menu class means dot. If it is class, then mention dot, and there is one tag. So A. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I will remove the underline from the text decoration none. So there is no underline. Then what I want, text color must be, color must be white. I don't think so it will look better, but let's say white, and use the same color, same way over your mouse. Go to the same color, make it more darker. That's it. Awesome. Then let's say padding. Okay, before that, let's say border. 2 pixels, solid red. For temporary, I'm going to remove this border. So there is no padding from not top, left, right, bottom, right. So what I'm going to do, I will say padding from top 10 pixel. If I say 10 pixel only, this means from all side 10 pixel, top, right, bottom. But if I say 12, and here I will say 12, 10 pixel, this means top and bottom 10 pixel, right and left. This is always clockwise, top, right, bottom, left. If you give two values, then top, right, bottom, left, this way. You can give either one value, two value, or four value for padding. That's it. And let's remove this from here. For this, let's dot menu, a pen mouse over, just change background color to something else. Let's say white. I will go to same color but bit darker. That's it. So my mouse is over there. Yeah, perfect. So we're done with basic CSS design. So let's go for some more attributes. Guys, here in my home function, what I'm going to do, I'm going to declare my some JSON array. Let's say constant. I have some products. This is JSON array, basically array. JSON means key value pair. So here is my JSON object. It holds multiple JSON objects. For simple, let's say name is equal to something. Let's say pat, and rate is equal to 200. We press 3-4 times. Let's say pat, then ball, let's say cap, and then we short. And change the values. Let's say 100. Cap must be more. cheaper than the given shop must be the more costly. So you have products, a JSON array, which holds a multiple JSON object with same JSON structure. So it must be key and value. If it is string, we specify in a single quote. That's it. So how we can process this JSON array into our page? Let's say after this, here HR slash and then again HR slash inside these two lines over here. So the first way that you can do is simply start curly braces and say products dot map. Inside that, give semicolon. Oh, sorry, no need to. Inside that, say like this. This is arrow function, right? Either you can create separate function or inside this is arrow function basically. So this is array. It will return map will return one by one product. So what you want to call P prod product, whatever name you want, you can keep it. And here you can write what you want. Oh, sorry. Let me change this curly braces to the round bracket. And awesome. Here, what I'm going to do, here I will specify div, closing div, and with the name, class name, as in that in S3, I want product name. So in curly braces, simply say product dot name. Products, we will get product means one by one object, and object contains this name attribute. Perfect. So refresh your page, you will get all the product, right? And after that, in paragraph, I want to show rupees dot backslash. Here I want to show product rate, say product dot rate, say here we got product rate, product rate, product rate. Awesome. So yeah, in this way you can, or like for an example, let's say how much time we have 3 minutes. Awesome. So let's say I have one constant, let's say name, and here I can use, let's say Ram Patil. This is name. I want to process it as a JSX. What I can do, let's say constant contain, and here I simply start my HTML tag. Let's say h3, and in that h3 I will simply go and I will call that name over here, right? So we have a name as a dynamic variable and content as a JSX component. JSX means JavaScript and XML, and not more than that. And if I want to show that content somewhere, let's say after this, I will simply start my bracket and I will show the content over here. So here we got Rampati. Quite easy. So this is we are moving toward JSX properties. I think we have only two minutes left, so I'm not going to start argument component argument or component parameters. But let's do these things. Try to understand JSON. If you want to implement some complicated JSON, just find your JSON placeholder. This is really cool stuff you will find over here. So what you can do here, you will find users post some fake JSON data like this. This is complicated data. Users, then here you will find the products with some stuff. So if you want posts, so simply copy this from here, everything, replace your JSON array. Let's say constant posts is equal to this, and that's it. Oh, what happened? I think by mistake, yeah, let's go here, and that's it. Now it's perfect. Why, man? Where it is? From where it is coming, I don't know, man. Okay, just remove it. That's it. So we have post. You can do same operation with post, no problem. So this is an example. So guys, yes, Ganesh, you can stop recording.